Rush Limbaugh's wit and wisdom has blessed the lives of many Americans. You can hear some of that wit and wisdom on the James Hendricks Show. Hello everybody, happy Saturday. This is the weekend edition of 4th of July. And the topic of this show is Let's Go Brandon. Okay, now, there is a brother podcaster of mine here on the James Hendricks Power named Father Michael. You know, and one thing he preaches is that, you know, and to some extent, to a greater extent, the Let's Go Brandon movement has gone too far. I won't discuss his personal views here because that's here and there. Apart from saying that, you know, the views of his podcast, you know, for the most part they're spot on, but they're not necessarily in total agreement with everything that's on the James Hendricks Empowerment Network. We're going to talk about Let's Go Brandon in the light of two news stories. And the first one is, these are both on the Federalist. The first piece is by Tristan Justice. It says that, I believe I'm pronouncing it right, says that the Biden administration says that ushering in a liberal world order is more important than affordable gas prices. Well, you know, that makes kind of common sense as to why he would say that. And why do you think Let's Go Brandon got started? Gas prices high, inflation, you know, and plus, you know, a reactive culture. Now, let me say this. To some extent, I endorse Let's Go Brandon. However, the one thing I will say is I think to some extent it has gone too far. And what I mean by that is that there are some, last year at least, there were two rap singers who basically used the Let's Go Brandon thing to kind of stage a little musical war. Okay, in that I agree with Father Michael. Because yes, that is part of reactive culture, which is on both sides of the aisle. And that's just being honest with you. I mean, don't get me wrong, for the most part, I am conservative, but I'm a conservative federalist. And I think, to be honest with you, COVID Gen 6 has really burned out the American people from wanting to watch the news. I mean, I've surveyed some of my friends in church and Toastmasters, and they told me, you know, they're tired of it. And so that's why I brought in the James Hendricks Show, is to bring us fresh hope. Here's another piece from the Federalist. I'm not sure who wrote it. OBGYN says that the Dobbs case does not endanger lives. Excuse me. No. In addition to damaging the lives of the unborn, abortion damages the mental and possibly even physical lives of the mothers. But do the pro-aborts want to talk about that? No. Did the pro-aborts want to think about that? No. And I'm just being honest with you. They don't want to think about that. You know, that much rather. What can I say? Maybe I'll wax a little Al Gore here, you know. I'll wax a little Al Gore here in a minute. Just give me a chance. They don't want to say that abortion damages lives. That it damages the lives of the women, let alone some fathers who don't want the abortions. Oh, it's nothing. It's truly nothing. I've got to say this. Back when I was vice president, I said, along with President Clinton, that abortion should be safe, legal, and rare. What can I say? That's borderlining on crazy. But seriously, the pro-choice and abortion industry people, they don't want to face this hard reality. And see, back in the late 80s, early 90s, when I was a teenager, early 20s, on up to say 1992, I was pro-choice. Because the culture that I was seeing around in the movies and crap, it was acceptable. It was acceptable. And I used to think, oh, that's just how it is. And I've had friends waking up and say, Jimmy, pro-abortion is the culture of death. Wake up and realize what this does to women. And it does. It hurts women. But these crazy liberals. And you know, I think that the pro-life movement can embrace Let's Go Brandon in its basic deal. See, I think Let's Go Brandon has been misrepresented on both sides of the aisle, because I'm going to tell you something, what Let's Go Brandon represents to me. Let's Go Brandon represents the American dream. It's not meant to be some, tit for tat war, where the singers curse out each other and a bunch of stupid crap like that. And yes, I agree with my friend, Father Michael, that we shouldn't be focusing totally on a bunch of reactive, negative crap. Because the sad thing is, politically, you can't get very many people to unite. And both sides pretty much say who's dividing it. The liberals say, well, Trump did it. And of course, we conservatives say that Biden did it. You know what did it? It's the reactive culture, which I've been noticing has been going on for a little over 30 years. And who's the author of that reactive culture? It's the devil. Now, meanwhile, let's go back to Let's Go Brandon, the race car driver. I don't think he gets enough credit. He won that race in Talladega. He came as the underdog, won that race, representing the American dream. The American dream is not dead. Okay? The American dream is not dead. Let's stop farting around and feeling sorry for ourselves, and let's get up and do something about abortion. Let's not make it a federal issue. Lobby your states. Lobby your governor, your state legislature. Do what you can to be pro-life. And those of you who listen, if you're pro-abortion, and you want somebody to get them to be pro-abortion, move towards a state that does that. But Attorney General Dan Paxton is moving for the Texas Supreme Court to institute pre-Roe restrictions. And why not? Why not? Now, with that, I hope you enjoy listening to the James Hendricks Show. If you like what you hear, please subscribe and become a part of receiving most daily updates. This is Jimi Hendrix saying until next time, take care and be proactively informed. Let's go, Brandon.